My dad went missing for 2 weeks. So, Uyang Tsepo Almond Muwedi, being my dad, also known as Utisa and Jasmine, he decides that he's going to join the liberation movement. What that meant was you signed down with your life, okay? If I perish, but I'm going to die fighting for a freedom that I've not yet seen, or the freedom of the black person that I've not yet experienced. He was 20 at the time when he went into exile, but I can't tell you how old he was when he became an activist and he joined the liberation movement and. That day he was pacing up and down, and my aunt, who's the firstborn, and he was the thirdborn of six, she notices that he's pacing. She's like, dude, what's going on? Oh, yeah. And he's like, no, I'm just preparing to go to the laundromat. So she's like, great, here's my dress, it's dirty. Can you take it with you to the laundromat? So, guys, the sophistication that was required of you when you were part of this movement was you had to use a lot of discretion and secrecy. You can't tell your family, Guti, look, man, I am preparing to go. No matter, even if you knew Guti, she's going to keep the secret, you could tell no one. Because it meant one of two things. One, it compromised the safety of your family. Two, it compromised the integrity of the liberation movement. Once people, or when people notice Uguti, that guy who's involved in the politics, as someone again, we are no longer seeing him walking up and down. He's gone. They were going to rat you out. And once the police discover that you are not around, they're going to come and interrogate your family, meaning bazobalalisa phansi and demand answers. Obviously, they needed to piece together information to find out what are black people up to, man, and how are they doing what they are doing. So if your family has information on that and leaks this information, it was going to frustrate, obviously, the plans and the efforts of the liberation movement. It's better that nobody knows. Also, there were three main leaders that I've heard of who were taking people out of the country, who were making sure that people were able to change their names. We'll get into that in the next session. However, it was the likes of Buhani, Botambo, Mamwini, and my dad had left through Mamwini. Haike! My aunt comes back and she's trying to check on the guy, Pela, who went to take her dress to the laundromat, and he's not there. And she's like, hey, bro, my dress is on the bed, still dirty, spread so neatly, and where is this guy? Little did she know at the time that she would not be seeing him in years. So this became a praying time for my family. If your child was involved in some sort of politics, pray, because it's either he's missing, he's detained, he's arrested, or you might just never see them again. It so happened, Guti, 2 weeks later, a messenger did come. Messenger does not explain who he is. He does not say where he's from. He only says two things. Koko, unat, uyaphila. That was it. That was all the information my family needed to know. Uguti, my dad, was now in exile and had safely arrived. Sasa, guys, I'm going to get into the details of how they crossed the Zambezi River. And yes, on Tough Cookie, as promised, we are going to speak to the people that he had left with. Tomorrow, guys,